While I'm talking about animals, I'll tell you the tale of my birds. Pete and I have had cats ever since we got married, but Pete was more of he'd always had a budgie when he was a kid, so he always fancied a bird. So before we were married, we were walking through Rumford Market, and there was a cage on a stall with a second-hand cockatiel in it. So we ended up buying this cockatiel, and he was a right character. He learnt to talk and whistle and all sorts of things. He was lovely. And then we decided that he needed a friend, so we got another cockatiel, and they became best mates. Laid eggs after eggs, but never hatched any chicks. Then we got a bigger house with a bigger garden, decided we'd have an aviary, and we got kakarikis as well, and they're just gorgeous. Really friendly little birds, all parakeets. The cockatiels went in with them, and the kakarikis used to burrow down the sleeves of your coat and sit on your head, and really sweet, lovely birds. They actually bred and had babies, which was gorgeous. And the years passed. My old original cockatiel got to the age of 19. He'd had 2 wives by then, and eventually just fell off his perch from old age. And we got some budgies, and we had about 7 budgies in there as well, all different colours and really gorgeous. And then one night, about 4 years ago, we'd had a barbecue at the weekend, and it must have been a good 24 hours later, more than that. Anyway, we'd gone to bed at night, about 3 o'clock in the morning. A neighbour rang the doorbell, and he just held his finger on it, so it just rang and rang and rang. So he woke up thinking, what on earth's that noise, because it didn't sound like anything familiar. And she staggered out of bed and went to see what was wrong. And he said, do you realise the whole end of your garden's on fire? And we had leilandi trees all along the bottom, which were like 100 feet high. I mean, maybe exaggerating, but they were huge because we're back onto a field. All on fire right up to the top, and right in front of the leilandi trees was our aviary, which is also totally up in flames. Anyway, 2 fire engines later, it was all eventually put out, but of course no birds survived. So warning, never put your barbecue ashes onto your rubbish heap unless you're absolutely sure they are out, because they just smoulder for so long. Only funny thing to come out of this is the fact that Tom actually slept through the whole thing, including 2 fire engines with their sirens going, and flames 100 foot high at the bottom of the garden, and firemen running backwards and forwards down our garden, neighbours out. No, Tom didn't stir. Hi, I've got a very smelly cat on my lap. I'll let him say hello. This is Ginger. He's 11 years old. Say hello, Ginger. I've got to take the poor old thing to the vets tonight. He's not eating, and he's off his food, not drinking particularly well. Although I must say, when he looked on death's door the last couple of days, I rang up the vet and I got an appointment today. Today he's perked up a bit. But anyway, I shall take him for a checkup. I've got a feeling he's got bad teeth or something. But he's such an adorable, soppy old cat. I shall be really upset if anything else is wrong with him.